Okay. Okay, so we are starting.
So maybe we can do the.
Yeah. Tell me, bro.
So I was saying that maybe we can do the demo checking and the Q&A after showing the project, maybe.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, we're live now. Let's just wait for a few people to join so that it'll be easier. Yo guys, what's up? We have DRIIIFT here along with us. Today we'll be doing a project walkthrough live stream for celebrating the release of Brazilian bass, and I think you're all gonna enjoy this one. So let's hope for the best. So yeah, I can see a few people joining in. If you just have a few questions or anything, you can just ask DRIIIFT, and he'll answer you guys. So bro, can you like switch on the webcam or something along with your screen share?
Oh yeah, I'm using the computer screen, so yeah, I can call in phone if you want.
I think you can do both like together. So just try it once. Like switch on your video.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm using the computer Skype, so I don't have a face cam. I can do it calling on the phone if you want.
Okay, maybe after you finish with the project walkthrough, you can like come from the phone.
Would be better.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine.
Yeah, I guess
so
would be better.
Until then, I think you can still answer some questions. Until some people are joining. I'll read out. Yeah, the demo session is like it'll start after the project walkthrough session. So yeah. Any questions, guys? We're just waiting for some people to join. I think you can share the live stream right now. Maybe to let people know that we are live now. I'll just send over the link to you on Skype so that you can.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'll send you the live stream link so that it's easier for you. Guys,
Great.
Just let us know if we are audible to you guys, if the audio is clear. Are you having any issues with the audio?
Let me play the track so we can see.
Yeah. I think it's fine.
You hear
it? What do you mean by how to get support? Like, can you be a bit more clear? How to get support from artists in general or? Okay, yeah, I mean.
How to get support? I think he's asking about get support from other artists, maybe. If so, you just need to send them demos. Artist support. You just need to get the promo mail of an artist and send them the demo. It needs to be, most of the artists prefer to be on SoundCloud private link, so you just upload the track on a private link on SoundCloud and send him via mail. And you can get the demo mails of all the artists on Google, so just search like hardware promo mail and you can get it.
Yeah, in that way you can and it's the best way to contact them. I think it is professional to use mail and try to send different links if you don't have a SoundCloud Pro account, so that even if there is a single play on the particular link, you'll know that the artist has played the track or not.
It's the easiest way.
It's
the most professional one.
Okay, so we have a few people joining in the live stream right now, so that's cool. I'm just waiting for more people to join so that I'll also post. Maybe I'll post a story on our Instagram or something.
Yeah, if you post a story on Instagram would be cool. I did it Now
All right.
I'm going to tell some friends as well. Yeah, we have 10 people already watching the live as well.
Yeah. Okay, so I posted my story.
We start sharing screen again so we can see the project.
So yeah,
So do you
I
see the
have
project?
like like a few questions on how you started off with this idea or something like that. So you can tell everyone on how you began this with this project.
Yeah, that's a cool question. So actually, back some months ago, I would say last year, I heard Quintino track Brazil Connect, and right
Okay.
after he started making this kind of Dutch house sounds again. And I used it to really like this kind of sound in the past, but I never tried to make something on this. So when I heard Brazil Connect and I saw that he could make a banger with that, I decided to try something. So I asked Quintino on Instagram how he did the leads of the drop, and he gave me some tips about how to EQ and process them. And I started with this melody here. Then I sent it to the mixer and started making what I have here. It took around, I would say, yeah, 24 hours of work, and I would say 1 week or 2 weeks, because it was really
Okay.
easy. As you can see, it's like simple.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, if you have any questions about the project, you can let us know.
Yeah, you can ask anything you want. I can show everything of the project here. I have the mixer, and this is the final version, so it's everything fine. And actually, you can see down here that I have Inferno and Brazil Connect from Quintino as references on the mix. Oh,
Oh,
was really easy to mix, to be honest.
cool, man. So, like, what about
Yeah,
the
that's good.
layers on the kick? Like, do you have multiple layers, or is it a single click kick? Or
So it is actually 3 kicks, as you can see here.
okay,
Not sure, do you see the screen?
yeah, yeah, it's clear.
So on the Quintino's tracks, I heard that the punch was really soft, but I wanted something harder on the punch of my version. So I sampled his kick from the track. The first kick from the first drop is with no lead, no sample, so it's like a
Oh,
clean kick. So I sampled it. Um, I sent it to a channel. Yeah, I sent it to the channel, and here I did some EQ. Basically, something to make the low end more louder and more punchy. Something like simple, nothing super hard. And after that, I decided to make some compression, but as you can see, it's like turned off because I just leveled it the volume, and for
okay,
me, it sounds better than with compression.
all right,
After that, we have a punchy kick. I think this one is off. Yeah, probably this one is off. Was not needed. And this stop kick here, which was just to give a bit more punch in the mids and the highs.
okay.
As you can see, the low end of him is like a bit quieter.
To like
Yeah,
do
that's all
a subtractive
when it comes to
EQ
kick.
with the low kick, right? So that the low frequencies from the sub kick punch out more, and the sub kick like have it down, so that it just balances out.
Yeah, this is kind of balancing of the EQ, because this one has a lot of low end,
Yeah.
especially after I EQ it, and this one doesn't need a low end because that one
Yeah.
already had. So I just punched a bit of the high end, and the mid end was fine as well. So I just left it.
Yeah. Tell about your mastering technique.
Okay, so about the master, everything for me comes with the mixing first. So what I
Yeah.
actually do is to mix the whole track, get it really the best mix I can do, and then I go here and I turn all the volume faders down the most I can. As you can see here, most of the faders are at least down to 6
Yeah.
dB, -6,
Okay.
to make the mix really quiet. After making it really quiet, I go to the master, and as I did a decent mix, I just throw a limiter here. As you can see, I have only a limiter, and actually, if I'm not wrong, I have a Pro MB. No, I don't. So yeah, I have a limiter, and I take EQ to take off the
Mono.
low frequencies from the
Yeah.
stereo. Yeah, I take them mono. I have a 3D balance here, which is kind of gain plugin, and I use him to make the mix even more quiet. So
Okay.
before taking a limiter to the master, I get this gain plugin and I make the mix really quiet, so I can have even more headroom to make the limiter get the track louder. As you can see here, I took 15 dB of gain, which is like a lot.
Yeah.
And after that, I just got some other EQs to solve something that I wanted to take out of the mix,
Resonance.
like this frequency
Yeah.
here was a bit
Some
annoying.
resonant frequencies.
Yeah, some little resonance frequencies. Actually, that's the only one I felt was a bit annoying and was from the lead.
Okay.
But I couldn't take out from the lead on the channel, so I took on a master.
Okay. Okay. I think, yeah, if your mix is really good, your mastering is literally just a limiter, to be honest. And just arranging the frequencies into mono and stereo, so that it really punches hard in the mono frequencies. Because that's because your club speakers are usually in mono, so you need the low end to really pop up on the club speakers. But actually nowadays you get stereo speakers mostly in clubs, so that is the reason why people like Dyro and all, they don't really do the they make their sub in stereo and stuff. So yeah, it's actually a matter of preference. Doesn't matter much, but yeah, it's really important to put your frequencies in the particular stereo space. And let's move on to the next question.
Yeah, yeah,
I'd love to know
sure.
how you made the drop baseline. Okay, that is another question for you.
Okay, so about the drop baseline is what I told about the kick some minutes ago. We have this kick, which is Brazil Connect kick. I sampled from the whole original track. Let me play it. Do you hear it?
Yeah, it's audible.
Okay, so I basically got Brazil Connect. I bought it and I just ripped the first kick. Let me show. Maybe I have here. Oh yeah, I don't have enough. But I just got it to Edison. I got it edit. Open the track and I did this only.
Okay.
I sampled the
That's
kick.
cool.
Yeah, that's basically what I did. If you do the really good cut on the right time, you can get exactly
Yeah.
punch and the tail of the kick. So that's what I did only. That's the baseline of the track.
And what about the first bassy kind of stab? Is it from the lead itself, or like the first bass stab or whatever? Yeah, that one.
From the drop, you mean?
Yeah.
So it's this bass lead here, which
Yeah.
is actually really similar to the main lead.
Okay.
Let me show the main lead. Probably someone will ask about it. This is a init lead from Spire. I just did a bit changing, like the glide here. I put it on 600. And yeah, I guess this is pretty much what I did. Probably the band I got at 12 because this wasn't on 12 before. So yeah, this is the init lead with a little bit changes, and then I sent it to the channel here. I'm gonna show the processing already because this I guess this is a something interesting to show. So Quintino told me when he answered my question about the lead, he said that he distorted and compressed the lead with a plugin, not Camel Crusher, was a plugin from Ableton, but I can't remember now. I think it's Character the name.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Character the name. But as I don't have Character because I work in FL Studio, I used Camel Crusher, which is really similar.
Okay.
I used it to make the lead really crispy, something like with more highs instead of many mids. Then I got the Saturn. The Saturn I use it to make saturation instead of just starting the lead. Then I used Trash to make both because I wasn't satisfied yet. And then we get to Dimension Expander, which is a kind of Haas effect. Do you know what is that?
Yeah, stereo imaging.
Delays a bit the sound in one of the speakers. Yeah, it's kind of stereo imaging plugin, yes.
Yeah.
Then I added this reverb, but he's turned off because I use it a sand reverb now. Kickstart to make the sidechain. Magic Stereo, more stereo enhancement. And some EQs to make the sound better because it was too, how can I say, it was too dirty because of the saturation and distortion, so I wanted to make it cleaner. Okay. So I turned off a bit the mids because the Trash and the Saturn was making the mids so much warm. I wanted something a bit lower. And here I cut it off some resonances.
Okay.
After that, I'm going to show the bass lead that is the actual question. Let me play it. Play it better.
I think the lead is like the saw kind of synth, which you get in like literally any plugin. I think like it's the first init sound, right, on all plugins. Even you can also, I think, get the same sound on hard mode or some other,
Yes, this is the original synth of any synthesizer.
Yeah.
But the question is, some synthesizers doesn't have the same kind of sound.
Yeah.
This special sound here, this init sound, can't be achieved by using Silent or Serum because they have a little bit different EQing on the plugin. So you need to use Spire to get exactly this sound.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, every VST might have some preference on the sound, so it's about making the sound a bit, more natural or something, because the starting point may not be same from every VST. Yeah, can understand. And like, is the bass lead an init preset, or like is it a different one?
The bass lead?
Yeah.
So it is actually a different lead. As you can see here is a D theme.
Okay.
This lead, if I'm not wrong, is from this is from the original bank of Spire.
Okay.
I just loaded it here and I did some changes. As you can see, the glide is different from the original if you load the plugin, the preset I mean. Yeah. If I'm not wrong, I changed the detune as well, and yeah, that's pretty much because this lead was cool. And I turned off the reverb and the delay because most of the sounds on Spire has with this on.
Yeah.
And it sucks a lot, and so I turned it off.
Yeah.
I can show the processing if.
Yeah, sure. When you're using an external reverb on the mixer or anything, make sure you switch off your reverb and delay inside the plugin, because it'll then, get muddy with your sounds.
Yeah, that's a really good tip. So as you can see here, I had the processing on the channel of bass lead, but it wasn't really good. So I decided to just take off the low end, boost a bit on the mid and highs, and use a kickstart. And after that, I routed the bass lead to the Dutch house lead, which is the channel of this one. because the processing on the Dutch house lead was good enough, so I just wrote it.
All right. And let me just check for other questions. Okay, and okay, I don't understand Spanish. Like, can you read the question by Julio Cesar? Como faz bass de Brazilian bass? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
He's asking how to do a bass of Brazilian bass, I think. Let me see the live. Como faz bass de BR bass? I know this. Julio Cesar is one of my friends, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I can answer his question in Portuguese. I'm gonna talk in Portuguese now, ok?
Okay.
Então, man, para você fazer bass de BR bass, você tem que... Bom, depende do que você tá falando. Se você estiver falando de BR bass, a minha música e não o estilo, é isso aqui, cara. Eu sampleei o kick do Quintino. E, claro, tem muitos aqui no pack do Cachemiro, por exemplo. Ó, deixa eu mostrar. Hip hop. Tem vários 808 aqui e eu tenho certeza absoluta de que esse kick é na verdade um 808. Só que o que acontece? Eu não estava encontrando nenhum idêntico no pack do Cachemiro ou em outros packs. Então eu preferi simplesmente samplear o kick do Quintino, que é mais fácil. That's the question I answered.
Okay, man.
You can get another ones.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's no more questions. So we can like move on with the project walkthrough. Is there anything else like the breakdown or something? I think that
Yeah, it would be cool to show the breakdown,
yeah,
the build
I
up.
think that is pretty much it, right? About the drop, like you have some effects and stuff to fill up the drop, right?
Yeah, I have some claps and some other drums that I sampled from Quintino track, and all the rest is just effects.
Okay. Yeah, so you can move on with the break and the build and all that.
So okay, let me play the first build up. Let's hope to don't get lag. Yeah, it has a bit of lag.
Maybe you can try to switch the.
That's.
Yeah, switch smart disable thing. Yeah. No.
Yeah, the problem is that.
Go to tools. 1 second. Tools. Macros.
Oh, you mean this one? Okay.
Yeah.
The problem is that I'm using the voice meter virtual ISO. Okay. That's the problem.
Okay, that's okay. I think.
But let me try.
Cool.
Did you heard?
Yeah. So I have a question like about the pre-drop vocal. Like, where did that come from? Like the pre-drop vocal.
So this is basically my voice.
Okay.
I record on my phone, and this means put your hands high.
Oh.
Or put your hands up if you want to say.
In Portuguese?
Yeah, I recorded in Portuguese because.
Okay.
Yeah, because in English it's like overused, so I wanted to say the same thing but in another language to make unique.
That's actually pretty cool, bro. So you added a
thanks.
What is that? Vocoder on it.
So yeah, I have the vocal here. This is the changed vocal, I think already. But I have a tip on changing your vocals. I have this plugin which is called Newton, and actually he crashed the FL Studio because probably he crashed the plugin. The plugin was crashed, so he crashed the FL. But yeah, let me explain with the FL crashed already. You have the voice you recorded, and what you do, you load it on Newton. Newton is kind of what's that plugin that changes the voice? It's not a vocoder. The one that makes the singer sing better. What's the name?
Melodyne.
Yeah, pitch corrector, exactly. I loaded, yes, Melodyne, this kind of stuff. Autotune. Yeah. Autotune is the right one. The name I was saying. So you load your voice here, and you correct the notes. Because when you sing normally, What happens that most of the times you get your voice really normal, you know, and I wanted to make a robot effect but without using the vocoder, because what happens, the vocoder has some kind of effects that sucks your voice if you use them badly. So I wanted to use the pitch corrector to make my voice like more an octave lower without affecting the sound itself. So I used the new tone, took it one octave lower, corrected all the pitch to get my voice saying one note only instead of getting many notes playing together. And after that, I just rendered the vocal and added a reverb, as you can see here. That's pretty much what I did.
Okay.
Let me close the project and reopen it now so I can explain the rest.
Yeah, sure. I'll look for more questions.
But if someone has another question, I can tell. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys, if you have any questions, you can ask us. We're here to reply, and after a few minutes, maybe we'll be starting with the demos live stream. So, yes, let us know if you have any questions.
Yeah. Actually, I can see a question asking, how do I process my percussions?
Yeah. Claps and snare.
Let me open the project.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let me open the project again so I can show it. Look how much versions I have. Yeah, so while loaded, I can explain ready. So what I actually do is to get the most claps and all the stuff I want, like punch kicks and yeah, pretty much everything that I like to add on the project. I send them all to a bus and I take off each channel from the master, so you can't hear them separated, only on the bus. And what I do, I take them all really quiet, like -6 dB, -10 dB, and I do some EQ on each channel. So if I have 3 claps, I EQ them all separated. I take off the low end. Yeah, I know that most of the samples are already processed, but sometimes it has some annoying mid frequencies. Sometimes it has too much high end, so I make some fixes to make it better to me. After that, I send them to a bus, and on the bus I add compression, and I take off the low end again, because you know we need to make sure that it has no low end. And at the end I add a little side chain, because you know you need the kick to be really clear on the mix. So if you have a clap or crash or any other finger right playing together with the kick, if you leave him too loud, he may take the place of the kick in the mix, especially on the mid and high end. So I do a little, really little and small side chain, just take out a bit of the sound, so it can leave more room for the kick. Let me show it here. As you can see here, there's the drum bus. I have only few claps and other stems to it, because you know it's a really simple drop, so it doesn't need lots of claps like in big drum trance or kind of sound. So I sent them all to here, did some EQing as I told. I did it on almost anyone, and then I sent to the drums bus, and here I actually did EQ, took off the low end and did the compression. This project that I opened is not the final version, I think, so that's probably why we don't have the sidechain here.
Okay.
So any other question? Let me take a look.
I don't think there are any other questions. So yeah, we got viewers right now.
I guess that's pretty much everything, right? Maybe I can show the breakdown as well. I didn't show it yet.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start playing then. In the second drop, some people asked me about these drums. I was playing it later. Let me just play the breakdown. So the breakdown starts with this saxophone sound. Let me see if it's on. This saxophone is only a plugin that makes sax called DVS saxophone. He only plays the same sound. You can change these knobs to make it with more
It's
reverb.
actually pretty cool, bro. I really
So I
like the sound.
think some processing only. Camel Crusher to make it stand out more in the mix. Kickstart, because I wanted him to be more funky, you know, more danceable. Took off the low end and removed this resonance here. After that, I got to the playlist and used the DRIIIFT LP, which is a low pass plugin, to make it goes like louder when the drop ends. And
Okay.
this part, it goes off to 50% to make it quieter. After that, we have the 808s and the kick. It's a normal 808 from Kashmir Pack, and the top kick is the same top kick from the drop. So yeah, nothing really interesting here. The claps, the same claps from the drop. And here is what I think that is most important from the break: the drum of funk, the funk drums.
Yeah.
So what we have here, we have these sounds, which is most of them are sampled from Quintino track as well. What happens that on the outro and intro, he leaves these sounds really easy to sample. Let me just show it here. Like here, this one is really easy to sample this part. So I just got in Edison and did a cut. The same goes for the drop. I think, yeah, I sampled from the radio edit version, not the extended mix. But yeah, I just sampled the stems and did a processing for them and added on the playlist. We have actually these toms as well. These toms are from Kashmir. They are sampled from Quintino, and this sound is it kind of a how can I say? It's kind of a guitar, but it's not exactly a guitar.
Okay.
It's a Brazilian instrument that I got in a funk sample pack that you can download from internet. You just need to search funk sample packs on internet and you can get the sample pack where I found it. After that, I have this voice saying "oh." It's from the same sample pack of funk.
Okay.
The same for this voice, which is like "go go."
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much the breakdown. We have some effects here, and yeah, that's all. Now about the drop drums. This drum is a Kashmir drum, I think, but I changed the name for tamborzão, which is a word in Portuguese say like a big drum. So yeah, I sampled it. Yeah, it's a Kashmir Percussion Ethnic 02C. Probably it's from the sample pack number 3 of him. So if you search on the ethnic drums, you may find this. What I did here, I just wrote it to a mixer channel, added a Camel Crusher to make it more crispy, a reverb to make it sound a bit more louder on the tail, some EQ to remove resonances like here, and the high end was a bit annoying as well, so I took a little bit off. And here's some more resonances and annoying mids, so I took it off. And yeah, that's pretty much the same. I have the side chain as well, so it will not get in conflict with the kick. And yeah, that's it. Really simple. You just need to make a cool rhythm here, and that's all. Now I think the project is really done. I explained everything, I guess.
How you have the idea for the track? How do you arrange the
The idea
track? How
came
you
from
mix
when I
like
listened.
hmm. How do you arrange the track? How do you
Sorry, let me
mix?
see the questions first.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
When will the demo session start? Okay, so Aditya, the demo session will start really soon. I just need to finish explaining the track. Yo, Daxco, about the idea and arrange, it's about this. I heard this track from Quintino last year, and then I listened to this one, and I felt in love with this style. So I decided to make something. I asked Quintino how to make this lead from the drop. He told me what he did, the processing, and I started with this idea. After some weeks, I finished it. And about the mixing of the kick and the leads to make them glue, it's all about headroom. If you leave all your kicks, as you can see here on my mixer channel, I have all the sounds like with more than at least minus 6 dB of headroom, so you can get a lot of volume space to make it louder after the mix stage. So what I did here, as you can see, the kick is really quiet, is like minus 18 or something like that on the volume here. And what you do is basically process it, make it really quiet. The same for the lead, process it and make it really quiet. As you can see, they are basically on the same volume almost. After that, you have the mixing stage done. You just need to go to the master and raise the gain knob loud. That's how I master it. Yeah, that's pretty much what you need to do, and obviously take care about the low end, because when you have your lead processing, you need to be sure that he has no low end. As you can see here, I cut it off to make sure that it will not conflict with the kick. The same goes for the kick. The kick doesn't need that much high end, so yeah, as you can see here, it's cut off. Yeah, that's it. If there are no more questions, I think we can go to the demo checking.
What did you start the track with? Like, did you start with the drop or like the break or the intro or the build-up?
So this one was all the way from the drop, because
Okay.
when I heard Inferno from Quintino, I got the idea in my mind instantly. And actually, this track born when I was doing a remake of Inferno. I
Okay.
opened the project and I started remaking Inferno. I got the same kick, the same leads, and after some moment, I think like 2 or 3 hours after I finished the remake, this idea of melody popped up in my mind. So I started working on it. I made it, and then I started processing, and yeah, I got the drop done in probably something around 1 hour or less. And after that, I decided to make a breakdown, and that's how it all became this track.
Great. So let me check if we have any other questions. I think that's it. We should maybe carry on with the demos live stream.
Okay. Let me call you from the phone then.
Sure, bro. So we'll be starting the demos live stream in a few minutes. Let us know if you still have any questions, guys.
Yo.
Yo, man. Okay, so I'm just logging into our demos mail. So I mean the live stream mail. Okay, so I'll have to log
Yeah,
into
let's
the
do it.
account.
Let me turn on the speakers here. Great. So I can check it here. You just need to send me the links, and I can listen and tell what I think. I can see myself on the screen.
I'll be sending you the links on Skype so that you can also check it for the mix down.
Okay. Sure.
I'm just waiting for the login.
Anyway, this is my studio if anyone has curiosity to see. It's only a really simple thing, just the rockets, a Focusrite. This is the Scarlett Solo 2nd generation. And yeah, I have this monitor which is amazing because he's ultra wide, which is like wider than widescreen, and it's amazing. Did you send me the links, bro?
Yeah, the email is still loading, bro.
Okay.
Okay, so let me check. We have like 8, 9. Okay, we have 10 demos as of now, so we'll start getting in a few more. So let's start with the
Yeah, I
first
can
demo.
see. There are some demos here. Let's check them.
Okay, so this is a remix of Sand Castles by Massive.
Okay. Yeah, send it. Let me check.
I'll be playing it here, so you can still listen to it, and just to check the mix down, maybe you can. Okay, so
Yeah, I can do it. Massive music. Let me see if you sent more links. Not yet. Okay. So yeah, can I check it now?
yeah.
Ready?
Well, can you mute your mic when I'm playing the track?
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
'Cause we build up our lost dreams as we etch them into life. It's as fragile as it seems, like sand castles against the tide. Just get mine.
Bro, can you mute your mic?
Wait, sorry?
Can you mute your mic, because like it's playing where, you know, it's like echoing right now. Like when you're playing the track, it's
Okay.
audible here. Yeah. Can you just mute the mic when you're listening to it? Thanks, bro.
I keep away from the moments that I can't rewind. Day by day, searching for a little peace of mind. I long to run,
Okay, just check it.
the grind. This quicksand has got me reaching for the line. So take my hand.
Yeah, they want my feedback.
Just a minute, bro.
Like sand castles against the tide.
Yeah. Now you can give your feedback.
So about this track, I think that the breakdown is really good. Massive did a really good job on breakdown because it sounds well mixed, well EQ'd. For me, it's fine. The only thing that is missing for me is the low end on the drop. The drop has not so much low end. I think that would be really good if he gets a better sub bass, because I feel that the sub bass of this the sub bass he's using is like too quiet, you know. He has not so much that bass frequencies, that lower ones, you know. I don't hear the bass, I just hear the kick. So yeah, more EQ, more compression, and more saturation on the sub bass make it louder. I guess he can get the reference Nicky Romero, which is like the perfect kind of producer to make reference when you're making progressive house, especially on this kind of style.
Yeah, I agree. I think the sub frequencies are like a little less, as you said, and you can like try to work on that. But otherwise, I think overall it's a pretty good idea. So yeah, thank you for sending it. Uh, so the next demo is Bodied by Beat Smash and Sodo featuring Pelly, supported by Strap Nation, Trap City, Tribal Trap. Okay. Let's check this one out.
Yeah, let me check. Okay, but I'm with myself to listen.
How we do it one time. How we do it on this side. Hey, yeah. Fully loaded with the blowback, strap face and a toe tag, chain ripping through the whole set. Came saw it and conquered it. Big draw with the cardigan. Make a name, don't follow them. Set flame for the opposite while changing things like anonymous. Old heads with their regrets. Small bed, I don't sleep yet. Y'all dead if you ain't living. Y'all mad if you ain't winning. 2 cents ain't a big bet. All gas when you stay revving. Put some respect on the name, yeah. Saw chance in the game 7. Come here to show us, so go ahead and blow it like bomb dropping kamikaze. Hey, y'all gonna know it, so here come the moment you fake rappers get sloppy. Fake people need hobbies. Real letters, no copies. Beat smash, let the beat drop. Let them all get body. 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 trigger where the target at. Premature, you ain't coming back. Live and learn when it's something bad. Gotta earn it when you wanna bang. High heaven in a great place. Big clouds in my safe space. Roll heavy with a big bass. When I dreamt
You just heard
most
it.
rappers ain't get by.
Yeah.
So yeah, this track for me is perfect. I have nothing to say about the mix down. It's like really well mixed, and yeah, as you can see, it got supported by Trap Nation and Trap City. So I guess I'm not the only one who liked this track. It's a really great job.
I think, yeah, overall it's nice, but I thought that it was kind of overdone at a few places. Like, I found it a bit, random, while a lot of stuff was, playing together. So it wasn't very clear at few places, but overall, I think it sounded good. Sounds professional, well mixed. So yeah, good job on that. Moving on to the next track. This is Move Like That by Blackout.
What they wanna move like that?
So let me check it to move myself.
Yeah, I sent the link to you.
What they wanna move like that? Yeah. Why they wanna move like that? That. Move like that. 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 One act like that. Why they wanna move like? Why they wanna move like that? One act like that. Why they wanna move like? Why they wanna move like that? One act like that. Why they wanna move like? Why they wanna move like that? Move like that. Da 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 da. Move like that. Da da. Why they wanna da da da? Move like that. Da da. Why they wanna da 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 da. Yo, why they wanna move like? Why they wanna move like? Why they wanna move like that? Why they wanna move like? Yo, why they wanna move like? One act like that. Why they wanna move like? Why they wanna move like that? One act like that. Where you want gone? Where you play hard? That. One act like that. Why they wanna move like? Why they wanna move like that? One act like that. Where you want gone? Where you play hard?
Okay, just listening to it.
That. One act like that. Why they wanna move like? Why they wanna move like? Da 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 da. Yo, why they wanna move like? Why they wanna move like? Why they wanna move like that? Why they wanna move like that? Why they wanna move like? Why they wanna move like? Why they wanna move like that?
Yeah, that was a good track.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of this kind of future house sounds. I don't like future house, but I need to be honest with this track. It's really well EQ'd. Everything is fine. The only two things I would change, as I'm not a big fan of it, is about the build-up. I would get better snares. I think that these snares are, how can I say, too overused because they are from Kashmir. I think everybody knows this. When you listen it, even someone who doesn't makes music will know that this snare is from Kashmir. So maybe something different. And the other thing is about the bass, the sub bass on the drop. The sub bass, it's kind of too low, so you can listen it decently when you have phones or even on studio speakers, because they are really low. You need a sub to listen, and that's not good. Would be better if you get this bass one octave lower. I mean, one octave up. Would be better to listen, and maybe would be even better to sound on speakers, on phones, and everything.
Okay. people are saying that the track is not future house and it is deep house, but I don't know, like it's not, it's, you can't even specify the genre for that track. It's just house, and it's kind of having a lot of vocal elements, so probably, yeah, I don't know, maybe bass house or something, but it's not as heavy as bass house. The next track is Nagini by Hacked Jackals and Blackbusters.
Cool. Yeah, let's move on to this one from Haggard Jackers.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't sound so special to me, man. What do you think?
Yo, I didn't got the link here, man.
Oh, sorry. I don't think it's something special or anything. Maybe like even the drop MIDI doesn't sound so interesting to me, man. Here's the link.
Yeah, as I heard from the live stream, I would say that the drop to me it's actually really interesting. You think this is not interesting, but I actually think it is. Cause yeah, let me just listen it better so I can tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, just listen it. Yeah, about this track, what I have to say is that I like the drop. I think it's interesting for me. This is the kind of stamped sound for me on the drop. But what I think is that Yeah, the breakdown needs way more work as it sounds too mature, especially with these sounds on the beat here. These sounds are pretty, you know, bad here. I don't know, they have a bad sound, but the drop is cool. Yeah, about that other track, Blackout. When I was talking about the bass line, this bass line from this track, Najini, is the perfect bass line from that Blackout track. This kind of bass line, one octave higher, would sound perfect on that. Oh yeah, let me get the other track here.
The next demo is a remix of Quietly by my bro Excite. Let's check this one out. Really good remix, and really like this track.
Yeah, to be honest, this track is really well mixed, and you know, it's perfect for me. This is the kind of track that I would support. The only thing that I would say, but this is a preference of me, is about the drop. On the drop, I would prefer to have some leads playing melody instead of just having the bass as a melody. That's just my preference because this track is perfect.
I think it was there on the second half of the drop, but yeah, it was cool. Like, you know, the first half had the vocal chop, and the second half had the, you know, lead kind of thing. Something different. I think it's something good, man. We have another demo from Excite, and it's called as Flavor. So let's check it out.
Yeah, so I don't have so much time left, so can we check at least more 4 or 5 tracks? I really need to go out after that.
Okay.
Please don't talk direct to my face, girl. Don't come close to me, I might
Maybe we can just go a bit more quick, like with the demos.
change up.
Yeah, I'm gonna check quicker, then also I can check a bit more and then it'll be
Don't tell me that I'm a player. They want tips on how I get flavor. Close to me, I might hate you. Please don't talk to me. I can't get no you. Come dirt to me, I might hate you. Please don't talk to my kids on how I get
to this?
Yeah, this is a really cool track, man.
Man, I would sign this. This is the kind of track that FeelQ needs to sign.
Yeah, I mean, it's really unique and has that kind of vibe. It's a really good track, bro. Keep it up. Okay, I'm not
Yeah.
playing this one because this is like an MP3. So, guys,
Let's check the
please,
demos from
yeah,
who's in the live stream. I think would be clear.
yeah. Let us know if you are online, and we'll just check them out right now.
So as I can see, Lime White
Oh,
probably had sent a demo. Rapture's Music sent a demo. Kolar Music sent a demo as well.
okay, Liam White. Please send us links, man. Like, it's difficult to like download the MP3s. If you're there, like, can you just send us a link? I'll download it,
Listen to
but
Kolar one. He was asking a bit time as well.
okay.
The Daxco as well. Raptures.
Rapture. Yeah.
Yeah, let's check Raptures. Daxco and Kolar. These guys are on the live stream. Om as well is on the live stream. And don't forget to send me the links.
Yeah. Okay, so Raptures, then one second. Let me just close this one. And yeah, if you have like any IEDs or something, you can also send it if you want it to be played out. Daxco, right? And
Yeah,
anyone
Daxco
else?
and Om as well.
OM.
OM.
Okay. Polar Raptures, Daxco, Polar, um, OM.
Let me check this one.
Coldar as well, right? Coldars. Okay. Anyone else? Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
just
so
check
yeah,
this Raptures one.
yeah.
And yeah. I think it's really good. The only thing I would say to him is to take that vocal from Bright Lights off, because that vocal has copyright, so take it off and release as original, because it's really good. Yeah, this one.
Tried this, tried that, tried everything. Coming right back. Won't you wait for me? I need you to stay right there. I'm coming right away, my dear.
Yeah, this sounds really cool, man. Great job. I think it's still an idea or something. Like, I don't think it's finished yet, but I think the idea is really good. Keep it up. What do you think about that one?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I
it's
guess you already told, right?
Yeah, as I told, Rapture's ID is really good. Just need to take out this vocal and work a bit more on the part where the vocal is, because it's like a bit empty. That's all, because the track is really good.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one is Toko Toko by Defil Perdomo. Um, okay, let's check this one. Have I sent this link to you?
Is Dave on the live stream? I have
It's
10 minutes
it's
left.
the link from Daxco.
Yeah. So yeah, we gotta check it now.
Okay, this is like groove house.
Okay, just check it. This one and sounds really cool too. Just a bit amateur in the drop, but I think that's because of it feels a bit empty. Maybe just more reverb on the lead and a better kick would fix it.
Yeah, man, I agree.
So, yo, bro,
The next one
can you
is-
send me the track of Ohm and
This one
because
is
yeah,
from
we can.
Om, I
I
think.
want only to check
I think this one is from Om.
yeah, so we can check only the tracks from who's in the live stream, so we can
Yeah.
use the time better.
Poldar's remix of Limbo.
Lethargic Weirdo live stream as well. Cold Hours and on the live stream. Send me those ones.
Years go by, but I can't remember yesterday. How many times I said I changed. How many times I drove my mama crazy. She don't know a damn thing. How many times I lied, I can't count. On my eyes, all I see now is a window to my life. I'm inside my mind, feeling like I'm stuck in limbo. I go.
Okay, I'll check Cold Hours one now.
Really love this build up.
I don't know where I'm going, but I
Okay, yeah, it's a really good track, bro. Just make sure that the drop has a bit more of warmth, okay? Like some mid frequencies, low mids to be exact. Try to give that gritty kind of low mid bassy uh, synth over there, and think it's pretty much done. I think the drop sounds really good. Just try to work a bit more with the reverb. Try to make it a bit more airy. Otherwise, it sounds really good.
Yeah, same for me. Cold Hours track is really good. I would say just to turn up the bass louder because it's a little bit quiet and all the rest is really fine for me.
Yep. The idea is really sick. This one is from Ohm actually, and it's called as Extraction. I'm gonna skip the intro.
Yeah, don't forget to send me the link so I can check it as well.
I sent this also. Sounds of Joy. Okay, what's your name? Like, in what name have you sent your email? Sounds of Joy. Yeah. So what do you think about this one, bro? From Om.
So as far as I listened, the only thing I would change is the drop synth, which is too generic, too overused. But all the rest for me is fine. It's kinda, um, yeah, it's cool. It's
Yeah,
cool
man.
to listen. Just change the drop synth.
Yeah, I think the same. Okay, so
Okay,
the next
so
one
yeah,
is You
E-Tide
Only
and
Need.
AMP.
Yeah. Dexo.
Send me the link, please.
You don't need me, I know. You don't need me, I feel. And happy days are for affection, a number cruelly. You don't need me, I know. You don't need me, I feel. And happy days are for affection, a number cruelly. You don't need
Yo, E-Tide, just check if this one already.
You don't need You don't need me.
Yeah. What do you think?
So what I think of this track is that he has potential but needs many work on mix down yet. I would say that the main problem is that the kick from the drop is too loud, and probably this is because of his compression. It's too loud, so maybe less compression. And the other two things I would say is the vocal on the breakdown is such bad vocal. It doesn't fit with the track, so take it out. And the last thing is about the mix down of the bass line on the drop. As you saw, the kick is too loud, but if you make the kick quieter and the bass line louder, it would be really good because it sounds softer. And try to remove a bit of the low mid frequencies around 300, 500, because these frequencies from the bass are a bit annoying. Try to make them quieter as well. But that's all.
Okay, so next one is Tropics by AMT. Okay,
Yeah, send me the link if you didn't yet.
yeah. 150 BPM.
the fuck up. Hold up.
Yeah, really sick track.
Okay, I just checked this one, and yeah, for me, this is perfect. This is the kind of track that I would collab because it's really, really good. Yeah, I have only one thing to say. As you're looking the waveform, I guess this track is not mastered because
Yeah, yeah.
its volume is like
It's
could be louder, you
unmasterable.
know, could be way louder. So yeah, that's the only thing he should do, make the gain louder on the master. But all the rest is perfect. The mix down, the synths, it's all perfect.
The next track is La Vida by Cooler.
Yeah, La Vida is the last one, I think, right?
We have
I just have time to check this one.
okay, we have few more though.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, if you could check to them, would be cool because I really don't have any more time. Just for La Vida, which is from Cola. Cola was on the live stream since the beginning, so it's far to listen to this track.
Sounds pretty fresh actually. What do you think about this one?
Okay, just check it. The last track, Color. For me, the only thing of this track is that it sounds a bit amateur. I think that it needs more work on the, not on the mix down, but on the arrangement. The mix down is like okay, nothing that should be corrected in my opinion, but the arrangement of the track is a bit amateur yet. Maybe if he gets more better cards, especially on the breakdown, because the cards are a bit how can I say, has a lot of notes. Should be less notes, you know, less notes on the track. And on the drop, I think that the sounds are mature yet, so you know, just more time of producing and maybe better samples.
Yeah, we just have three more
Yeah,
tracks. Let's
let's
just
check
finish
the
these three.
lethargic weird.
Okay.
Yeah, let me check just the lethargic weirdo because he was in the live stream as well,
Yeah.
and then I have to go out.
And also Sounds of Joy and this guy, these two.
And you try, but you never can win. And you fight, but you have to give in to the noise, to the sound. I wanted to stop, I don't wanna hurt anymore.
Bro, please me send the link of
Yeah.
this one so I can check as well.
Nothing makes sense anymore.
think the drop needs a bit more work. Like you should layer more sounds and try to fill up the frequency spectrum. The idea is nice, but you should make your release really crisp and fat. I think the rest is pretty good. The breakdown could use more sounds, harps, effects, pads, and all because it sounds slightly empty. But otherwise, it's a good track.
So yeah, I just heard Sense anymore and Yo Lethargic. It's a really good job on the track. The arrangement is fine. I really like the drop leads, but the only two things I would do is I'm not sure if this track is mastered, but it looks like it's not. So try to make the master louder if it's already mastered, and if not, try to use the tip I used it on Brazilian bass on the live stream earlier. And yeah, what I would do on this track is on the drop leads they need more reverb and more compression. So get a compression on the buzz and make it louder. That's all you need to do. And about the bass line, I would get a better bass line because this one is like too harsh. Try to get a softer bass line that has bass frequencies only and not mid frequencies. That's all you should do. Yo, bro, I really don't have time to check any other tracks. So if you could do it, would be fine. But you can maybe check, send them to my mail, and I can check later and give feedback to each one.
Okay, thanks for joining, and I think it was a nice time. So really happy to release Brazilian bass, and we can release a lot of other tracks. Like maybe you can hear it. It's very fresh. Like I just made it today, actually. And like if you could hear it, it's a small one actually.
Okay, just want to say thanks to everybody for featuring the I want to thank you for having me.
Anuraj, what's your name? I mean on the main. So yeah, this is the track.
She wanna rock it down, do a two-step, then we go round and round like a carousel. She wanna rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it,
So yeah, this is like a new ID. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. So, yo, what's up, guys? I'm still there. I'll try to check all the demos out. I'll, I'll try to switch on my cam maybe. I don't think I can switch on my cam, so I can just give feedback like this. Um, so there are a few more demos remaining. I'll just check them out. Yo, bro, what's up? This is Here's to Life by Sounds of Joy. Sounds really nice, this part. is really nice actually. It sounds really fresh, man. Keep it up. Maybe you can add some kind of vocal chop kind of stuff to make a top melody or something. It sounds really good. The next one is Bad Boy by the Maximus. I'm just quickly moving on with the demos.
Pass a bad boy in on the trip.
This sounds pretty fresh, man. Thank you so much for sending it. It sounds really nice. I don't have much to say. Maybe the breakdown could have. Over here, I think the mix is slightly muddy in the breakdown, but the overall idea is really good. So give it up. This is Kaiser Never Stop.
Don't ever stop.
I think the mixdown really needs a lot of work on this one. The leads are very, dirty, and I think you should EQ the leads better. And this kind of big room is like very old now, and I think you should kind of do something fresh. It sounds very, you know, amateurish, but I think you just started, so keep working, man. I think you can do it. There's no sidechain on the leads in the breakdown, and the melody is really random, so I think you should just work on that. Uh, Try to work on your mixing. Try to watch a lot of tutorials by Respawn and Dolly James, where you can make better stuff and improve your mix down. So yeah, thank you for sending this one. If anyone else is left, just let me know, because um, here to check the tracks. So yeah, and I have this new ID. Maybe you guys can hear this one. Okay. Big Room Master by Mihir BL. Yo man, what's up? I'm still there checking demos. If you guys want to check, or if you guys want to get the, get your demos checked. Until then, maybe I'll play this one track of mine. Let me know what you guys think. This is Big Room. This is a Big Room ID from Mihir. The saws lead better layering and better EQing with the sound. Or you should sidechain the lead so that the kick can punch through. The leads are very thin. Try to layer better sounds and EQ them properly. Yeah, should just work more and send it. Yeah.
She wanna rock it up, do my two-step, then we go round and round like a carousel. She wanna rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it,
Let me know if you guys enjoyed that one. Okay, Tejax remix of Akila by Mojo Jojo. Okay.
अकेला 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 ऐसा क्यों लगता है कि मैं खोया खोया हूँ क्या ढूंढता फिर रहा क्या है मेरा जुनून रातों के अंधेरे में ढूंढता उजाला सवालों के झमेलों में गुम गया हूँ मैं अकेला मैं तुम्हारे
This sounds really fresh, man. Actually, I like it. Try to, process the leads better, compress the leads a bit more, and try to add a lot of reverb. It's using a lot of reverb, and yeah, it's a really nice idea otherwise.
अकेला 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 हूँ मैं तुम्हारे
Yeah, nice duplet bass. Thanks for sending it. So yeah, I think that's it for today. Thank you for joining, guys. Stay tuned to FeelQ for checking, for listening to my new releases. I'm gonna check this remix by Om as well.
just let
This idea is really sick. Thank God. The mix is pretty good as well. Yeah, this one sounds really good, man.